Hey gang, what's going on? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. So I'm going to put out, I read an interesting article by Adam Weinrib, who is, if you don't know who he is, he's a content director, manager, creator over at Fansided. And often he covers the Yankees and puts out different things on the Yankees. Well, he put out 3 surprise trades that they could pull off after this lockout's over. And I found them interesting, and I wanted to get your insight on them. And, and know what you think about these trades. But before I do that, keep in mind, there's another video coming out later today. The Players Union is submitting their counter proposal later today to counter, obviously, what the owners put out a few weeks ago in hopes to make some progress on this lockout that we're undergoing. So if you don't want to miss that, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed to this channel, do that right now and hit that bell icon too so you don't miss it. And as that's going to come out, I'm going to feed you in on the exact details of what's going on. And we'll talk about that as well on the live stream on Wednesday night because hopefully, we'll see some kind of progress, which would be better than no progress. So keep your eye out for that one later on today. So let's get on to the trades. Trade number 1. This one, the Yankees send Gio Urshela to the Seattle Mariners for Adam Mackey, who's their number 12 prospect, a left-handed pitcher, and whose ETA to the major leagues is approximately 2024. And Jonathan Class, who's their number 22 prospect, an outfielder, who's also ETA is about 2024 to the major leagues. So, again, Urshela would be replacing Kyle Seager, who retired at 34 years old. And, doesn't have the power numbers that a Seager has, but he's versatile. He's got 2 years of control left, and he'd probably be a good fit in that infield over there. They also have Adam Frazier. They acquired him from the Padres. And, he'd be going into a good situation. Even though he was been solid with the Yankees and he's an elite defensive third baseman, the Yankees could replace him. And personally, he's not the answer at shortstop. In my opinion, I think the Yankees should go another route there. And they don't need another guy playing out of position. So this is a fair, probably one of the more realistic trades that I think of these 3. And so, again, Urshela to Seattle for 2 prospects. And obviously, the bigger piece would be the left-handed pitching prospect from Seattle. Trade number 2 involves the Yankees and the Indians. In this trade, they send they acquire Zach Plesac, starting pitcher from the Indians. And again, they just have like a pipeline of starting pitchers over there. But he's had a little bit more of a kind of a problematic career so far with the Indians. But he showed flashes of brilliant talent, and he's got 4 more years of control. If he's not a free agent until 2026, his last year pre-arb, and then 3 more years of arb. So that's gold. Okay, you can extract a lot from that. But his proposal is to send Everson Pereira, who's their number 13 prospect, an outfielder, whose ETA to the majors is 2023, and Estevan Florial, who's made the majors already, but his real ETA is 2022. He's their number 21 prospect, an outfielder, and another top 20 prospect of some sort. So, personally, I think it's probably going to cost a little bit more just because you're getting a frontline starting pitcher with 4 years of control, and that's not easy to do with a package like this. But again, the Indians might be showing a little bit more of an appetite to move on from him because of their history of especially over the last 2 years. But he's shown flashes of his brilliant talent, and I think change of scenery, especially with the Yankees. Matt Blake can work with him, and you put him behind Garrett Cole and surround him with a good rotation and a good team. I think he might be solid. So this is to me it's the most attractive or appealing trade, but I don't know if it's the most realistic, but that's trade number 2. Trade number 3 is the Yankees-Dodgers trade. In this trade, they would acquire Gavin Lux, who plays infield and outfield. He was actually their number 1 prospect like 2 years ago. And he's had a couple injuries, stuff like that, so he kind of, he's not their number 1 prospect now. But he's not a free agent until 2027, so you're getting 5 years of team control. But he might be just finding himself out of a position over there at the Dodgers. So in this situation, they would acquire... the Dodgers would get Gleyber Torres, who's got 3 more years of control. So essentially a swap of infielders, so to speak. But he plays infield and outfield, Lux. So he's got some versatility. He can play the 4th outfielder. He can play super utility. He can do a lot of things. And even if they replace Gleyber Torres with, let's just say, DJ LeMahieu at second, and then Lux floated around and played a bunch of positions and still played 120, 130 games. So Gleyber Torres and Steven Ridings, promising reliever who's had a cup of coffee with the Yankees last year and showed some flashes of brilliance. He's got a big arm. But, so again, you're getting Lux here for 3 years of Gleyber Torres and Steven Ridings. And again, the Dodgers being a win-now team, they can capitalize on a change of scenery from Gleyber Torres, potentially, have an elite bat over there. And I think he would, He's already making some mechanical adjustments, so I think he'll be fine in Los Angeles. And, Ridings would give him another bullpen arm, which they need, because there's a very likely chance that Kenley Jansen's going to be moving on. So, and they're already down other guys too. But you guys let me know what you think of this. Because they essentially had Corey Seager and Trey Turner kind of swapping. Now that Corey Seager's gone, they can plug in Gleyber Torres at a much cheaper price, if at least for the next couple of years. So, and get a solid bullpen arm in return for Gavin Lux, so who would probably have more of a fit in New York than he would at the Dodgers at this point. So those are the 3 trades that he put out. Let me know what you think. I found them interesting. Again, the most appealing to me is Zach Plesac trade with Indians. The most realistic is probably the Gio Urshela to the Mariners trade. But give me your feedback on it. Let's get into it, and then obviously we'll get into it on Wednesday night when we have the counter proposal in our hands. We know exactly where both sides stand, and I'm obviously going to be putting out a video on it later on today. So I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you next time.